Yeah, let me tell you, I ain't perfect. These other rappers lie to you in verses. I show the fans my heart, not the surface. My whole life a circus.
Muddy Mo, Muddy Mo, whoa, hey, Muddy Mo, Muddy Mo. What's up, crypto world? It's your boy Muddy Mo, aka the King of Minnows, aka the Dapp and DeFi Professor, and this is Crypto Dap Yap. Alright, so today we're gonna be talking about the smart contract T2X on the Tron blockchain. Man, this is a phenomenal. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Alright, so man, real quick, man, I remember when I was 10, man, my favorite sneaker ever came out. It's the Jordan Concord 11s, man. You know, we ain't had no money back then, man. We ain't had no money, especially for no $100, $125 sneakers at the time. So when my granny sent me a pre-birthday card, man, and it had a $100 bill in there. You know what I mean? So y'all already know I went crazy. Oh, granny! I love you. You know what I'm saying? Happy as a bug, man. It was a crispy $100 bill too, man. It was a big deal. So I ended up getting my sneakers, right? Had them, boom, wearing them clean in school. Everybody like, oh. And then the thing was, I ain't had much back then. So if I'm telling y'all I'm gonna have something, everybody ain't believe me. They're like, nah, man, Muddy ain't gonna come to school with him, man. He ain't gonna get those new Jordans. I'm like, all right. So boom, wore them joints for like a week straight. Kept them clean. You didn't have a speck of dirt on them. So you already know. Some of y'all, man, who went to them hood schools, man. I went to a school district that eventually lost its accreditation. So that just tell you what kind of school district I was in. All the stories of things coming up missing usually start in gym class around them ages, man. So you know, it's gym day. You know what I'm saying? I had a backup old pair of sneakers I was gonna wear to gym. Of course, I put in the locker, boom, bang, boom. Had the lock on there every day, right? So long story short, come out to class, I'm feeling good, about to put my J's on, go eat lunch, and my shoes gone. I get to spazzing out. My shoes the only ones that's gone. Man, I'm about to fight people. I'm looking at the teacher funny, like, bro, like, you the only one got access to this. I had a lock on this. What's up? Long story short, man, I lost my shoes, man. I lost my dream shoes. Concord Jordan 11s, man. I just thought that was it, man. I thought that was the best shoe that was gonna ever be made. I didn't think it was gonna ever come back around again, or I was gonna get another opportunity, man. So retro sneakers is the move now, right? So everything coming back out. So you already know, man. When I seen them Concord Jordan 11s, I said, yeah, they mine this time. I ain't let them out my sight. You know what I mean? So later in life, I end up getting those same shoes, man. They end up coming back to me, even though I was distraught, mad. But if you love something, you let it go. And if it comes back to you, it's yours. And that second time around, I really felt like they were mine. Alright? So, just like that, man, in crypto, we got smart contracts that have been out before. Different types of contracts that we've already seen in the ecosystem. And for some reason or another, we jumped into a new project, we took it out, we got bored with it, whatever it may be. But when it comes back around, you realize the good things about that contract, and then you think to yourself, like, why did I ever leave this contract? So, Minnows, it's okay to jump out of contracts every now and then, especially if it's something better. However, always know, man, if you love a contract and it works well for you, it's gonna come back around. That first love gonna always come back to you. Alright, so if you love something in crypto, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. Alright? Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Alright, man, so before I keep going, man, make sure I hit that like. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe and then hit that bell right next to it, man. It's right downstairs in the basement of this video. Also, man, if you're interested in rapping with Muddy Mo about anything crypto, especially if you're a Minnow, man, check me out on Telegram at Muddy Mo World of Crypto. Alright? So now, let's talk about it, man. What we all came here for, man. The king right now. T2X. Alright? So what is T2X? T2X is a TRC20 smart contract that's on the Tron blockchain, and what it is a mixture of proof of staking and what Muddy Mo deems, because this is new, proof of AA, or proof of adoption amplifier. Alright, So what Money Mo means by proof of AA, or proof of adoption amplifier, essentially there's a set amount of tokens that's available each day for purchase. Then you will spend your Tron to get that percentage of that day's T2X tokens. And the great thing about T2X that makes it significant is that 95% of the total Tron that goes into the adoption amplifier of this site comes back to the stakers. Alright, so now that moves me on to this proof of staking. Alright, so T2X Staking. So as of right now, T2X is not an exchange yet. So essentially what that means is right now the only thing that you can do with T2X tokens is stake them. And staking gives you three things. So staking in T2X gives you interest on your T2X. So meaning you'll get more T2X token depending on the amount and the time of your stake. And another big thing is that T2X gives you Tron dividends directly to your wallet after you end your stakes. Alright, that is dope. That's definitely a Money Mo bing, because that's fire. We're gonna come back to that. And the third thing that you can do through T2X staking is get bonus T2X if you stake for over 5-day increments. Alright, a lot of people want to compare T2X, which is on Tron, to Hex, which is on Ethereum. Just for clarity, let me tell y'all, man, Hex was way different and it was a lot more complex. And what Richard Hart wants for Hex is for Hex to become basically Bitcoin, or a top traded coin on exchanges. T2X is different. Now, although it was not audited and didn't have all these different processes and game theory that Richard Hart went into for Hex, T2X gives better dividends. Why? It's because T2X is not on exchanges, not yet. So right now you're going to get way more dividends in T2X than you would have at the early stages of Hex. And another big thing is that T2X is on Tron. Tron network means cheaper, faster transactions. Means there's going to be more movement in and out of this contract. Alright, so just something to be aware of. So overall, man, Money Mo thinks T2X is similar to the food Gumbo. If y'all ever heard of Gumbo. Poor man's soup. So basically Gumbo is just a big pot of whatever you got laying around the house. So you got crab legs, sausages, paws, you got corn, you got whatever you can find, potatoes, carrots, to put in this big pot of soup. Alright, so each user can add ingredients to the gumbo, and the more ingredients they add, this gonna make the overall pot of gumbo better for everybody. Alright, so anybody who ever had gumbo, you already know the best gumbo can come from when you had the most ingredients. So when the user add their Tron to T2X, or in our case add the ingredients to the pot of gumbo, not only are they making the gumbo taste better to everybody, meaning everybody gets some Tron dividends, they also get a bigger bowl themselves. So the more a user puts into the pot, alright, so the more you bring to the pot, the bigger bowl you're gonna get to eat. Alright, so now we're about to run through the site and take a deeper look into T2X. Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Alright, so this is the T2X front page, T2XToken.io. Front page, not bad, not bad. Looks okay. You already know, man, Money Mo go off them looks first. You know, that's the first attraction. So this is the front page of T2X. And at the top it just has some of the features, the roadmap, the FAQ, different things like that, and how you can get T2X tokens, which we'll talk about. So here's just putting in layman terms essentially what T2X is about. So it has a daily auction lobby, is where you buy your T2X token. Then you're getting daily Tron divs once you stake your T2X. And then it talks about the lucrative staking system that it has. Once you stake, you can also get bonus T2X tokens by staking, getting daily interest. So real quick, what is T2X about? So essentially T2X was designed to reward those that participate in the platform. So basically it's designed to reward those who buy in the AA lobby, then they stake their T2X tokens. That's who this site is made for. It's not really made for traders, not just yet at least. And again, I keep coming back to it, 95% of all the daily Tron that enters the AA lobby is going back to the stakers. And one big thing here is that it's just saying that T2X was designed for speed. Put your stake in and you're going to start getting dividends. That's something dope about T2X. So now let's take a look at the frequently asked questions. So again, what is T2X? It's fully transparent, secure, and everything's about a smart contract. Now, this is what's interesting about T2X, and I need y'all to understand this. There is no max supply to T2X tokens. They can keep creating this thing in the AA lobby past day 365 if they so choose. You know, as of right now, it's paying great dividends, but there's no max supply of this token. All right, so you can just keep. They're gonna probably just keep making them and making them and making them, depending on how things goes. I'm assuming. How do you get T2X tokens? Right now, the only way you can get T2X tokens is through the auction, the AA lobby. How can you earn from T2X? This is what everybody wants to know. So you can earn more T2X basically, like I said, from staking the T2X tokens. That's how you do it. And it's just saying that down the road that it'll be tradable on exchanges and things like that if you want to trade your T2X tokens. How do I stake? So how do you stake your T2X? You do it through the staking portal. Alright, and we'll talk about that. We'll go through that in just a minute. And can you end your stake early? Yes, you can. But there's going to be a 50% fee that's going to be given to the rest of the stakers. Alright, so your 50% that you leave on the table, that'll go to us. We appreciate you, bro. Good looking out. Can you modify the stake once it started? No, you can't. And it has the maximum tokens you can stake. There's no maximum on this. And also, we'll talk about it when we get to the auction or the adoption amplifier. But there's also a very low minimum. You can buy with 1 Tron into this contract. And the big thing a lot of people want to know is, what do you do when your stake ends? Alright, after your stake ends, you just have to end your stake function, and then your Tron goes directly to your wallet, and then you get your T2X that you have remaining back into your wallet. Alright, and it's just saying after 2 weeks it's gonna start charging you 1% that stake, so you gotta end your stakes. This is a big one about the future here. What else can you do with T2X tokens? Alright, so right now it's just saying staking is the main focus. We want to give these people dividends. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put some money in your pocket, man. Get that. Come on, get this bread, man. But it's saying shortly after that, it's going to begin the development of smart contract dApps, which we've seen in games utilizing the T2X tokens. Alright, so more ways to bring value to T2X tokens, man. People can put them in games and all that. That's dope. Alright, that's definitely a muddy mo. Bing! They got some kind of plan going on here, so that's good. And then just got the roadmap here. Right now they're saying staking and dividend platform developments. Then they're gonna be moving on to bigger and better exchanges. Then they're gonna be doing some smart contract developments. Alright, so that's the front page, and y'all pretty much got a general idea, but let's see what this looks like. So get T2X tokens. So if I hit get T2X tokens, it's gonna bring me here. Alright, the auction, or as other people want to call it, the AA lobby. This is where you can buy T2X right now. It pays out once every 24 hours. Real quick, let's jump through the FAQs. So what are the auction lobbies? So auction lobbies basically offer T2X tokens for the Tron you spend based on the T2X Tron pool at the end of the day. So how much you spend in Tron, you're going to get that percentage of T2X based on the total pool every day. Alright, how much do the T2X lobbies pay? So the T2X pool started at 5 million, and as y'all see, man, it's just going down and down every day. So it's less and less T2X tokens available every day. And right now, just to let y'all know, the auction is the only way to buy T2X. Alright, where does your Tron go? Again, 95% of that's going to come back to the stakers, and we'll talk about staking in just a moment. And when does the lobbies end? So every day the lobbies end at 0 UTC. Alright, I think it's like 7 or 8 Central Eastern Time. I don't know. But 0 UTC, you can look that up. Alright, now, one thing that's very important. If you're going to buy into T2X, if you want to go ahead and get in this auction and get in the AA lobby, the one thing you're going to need to do is use a referral link. If you use a referral link, Muddy Moses in the basement of this video. Alright, check that out. Hit that. That's giving you an extra 5%. Don't miss out on your extra 5%. It's not necessary to do that. Alright, use that link and you're going to get an extra 5% of these tokens. Alright, do that. That's important. Alright, so if I hit referral, that just brings you to your referral link. Y'all got y'all's, but just know that whoever uses that referral link, they're going to get an extra 5%. That's important. There's no reason to miss out on free tokens. Now, let me show y'all how to read this auction real quick. Alright, so here's just the day it is. So you see it's still early. Now y'all got to remember, the closest thing we got to T2X is Hex. Hex didn't start booming until like day 90 to 100. Alright, so keep that in mind. Next to it is the total T2X pool that's available that day. And the next column is the T2X to Tron percentage. Alright, the next column just shows how much you've entered that day. And the column next to that is the total amount of Tron that's been put into the auction that day. So you can kind of see where each day stands. And to enter, all you do is enter here. Make sure you use that referral link first though. But then you'll put your Tron in. Just say I want to do 5 more. Into the auction. You approve that. And then boom. It's that easy to enter the auction. Alright. So if you jump to the dividends tab here, it just shows the current dividend pool. So today how much Tron is in the dividend pool. And if you scroll down a little bit, it shows a little chart of how it's been looking. I would love to put this up against a Hex chart to see what it did in its first 18 days. It's solid. It's real solid, especially for Tron. So this thing most likely will jump up over time, especially when the adoption picks up. And the last tab we're going to go to is the staking. Alright, how does the staking work? So let's check it out real quick. So they got a quick FAQ at the bottom. Alright, what is staking? You can stake your T2X token for a fixed amount of days, how many days you like. and earn interest on them. If you stake more than 5 days, you'll be eligible for a bonus. All right, so it gives you bonus T2X tokens for staking. So at the end of every day, it takes a daily staking pool. So it takes the total Tron that's in the pool that day, and then how many Tron dividends you get on your stake is based upon how many T2X tokens you are staking. Reward day. What is reward day? So basically, you're going to get a bonus for every 5 days that your stake is active. And it's just explaining how it will work staking past 5 days to get that little bonus. Go get that bonus, man. It's very wise to stake beyond 5 days at the minimum, I would say. So what if you see in your stake early? You're going to get a penalty. All right, and it's going to be half the days you committed to. Now, a big question is, do I get Tron dividends for staking? Yes you do. Yup, you sure do. All right, so that's one of the biggest benefits of T2X. It's just saying here is you're going to get your Tron dividends, the Tron drip. All right, so after your stake's in, you hit end stake, and then that Tron that you have from that stake is going to go directly to your Tron wallet. And last thing, you're only going to receive your Tron dividends once you end your stake. All right, so now let's take a look at it real quick. So you already see, man, Money Mo got some stakes going, and I got what you call a staking ladder here. All right, so pretty soon I'm gonna be getting a stake every day, and that's the plan. All the way to the left here is the start date of your stakes, so what day you started your stakes, and then next to that is the end date. So what's the end date that you had your stakes to end on? All right, and it shows your progress. Love the progress bars, man. That's dope, man. Let you know you're working every day, you're getting something. All right, and then next to that it shows how much T2X you've staked for that specific stake. Then it shows you the shares. So that's how many shares you're getting from that stake T2X. The column next to that is your bonus rewards. And the biggest column here is obviously the dividend rewards. How much Tron are we getting for staking? That's shown here. Then next to that is the interest. So this is the interest on T2X that you're getting for just sitting in this contract. Alright. And then at the very end it shows your current valuation of T2X. So basically how much T2X you're holding after all those bonuses and everything like that. Alright, so that is active stakes. Alright, and at the bottom here it also shows your end stakes. You know, Money Mo ended a few early to see what would happen, and I actually got one that's finished. Alright, so real quick, man, let Money Mo show y'all how to stake. So I'm gonna stake all the T2X I got real quick just to show y'all how this works. So I'm about to stake 538 Tron for 22 days. Alright, so for time bonus I'm gonna get 6 extra T2X. For value bonus I'm basically getting nothing. So the total amount of effective T2X if I stake to this end of this period is 544. So I'll be making a couple T2X. Alright, boom, it was successful. Alright, you see it's down here and waiting. Now, last thing y'all really need to pay attention to when you're getting stakes. Alright, once you enter, you're gonna have to wait till that next day for this stake to start. Alright, so don't expect it to start immediately. You're not gonna get paid tomorrow. You're gonna have to wait an extra day. Alright, so just keep that in mind. And also when you're going out, you also gotta it's an extra day on the going out too. So just pay attention to that. The numbers might throw you off a bit. But as you see, that stake we just did is here waiting. Alright, so it's just showing that, you know, I'm gonna get that stake and it's gonna end on day 41. Alright, so overall, man, that is how you use the T2X platform. Alright, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Alright, so let's talk about some tips and some strategies to T2X. So first off, man, right off the bat, man, let me holler at this dev team. Now, this is a tip, dev team. T2X, listen up. I got y'all, man. You already know, man. It's Money Mo, Dapp and DeFi Professor. Man, what y'all should do is just take this full 365 days of the auction. Let that ride out. Don't do an exchange. Don't do nothing but work on the other dApps and get ready for day 365 with new exchanges. For that day, make it a big deal, bro. I'm telling y'all, just sit back. Don't touch it right now. It's good for deals. Another tip, and this is for people who have FUD about T2X. At this point, I'm just going to tell y'all, man, it really does not make sense for the devs to scam out. It's more valuable for them to just let this thing run. Would you rather drink from a cup of water, hit that lick one time, get your one little cup and you out? Or would you rather drink from a fire hose, from a lake? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you rather have? Another tip is that it might take longer for T2X to blow up than it did for Hex. Hex had a lot of marketing, and Richard Hart as the face makes Hex very strong. Now, T2X being a semi-clone of Hex, one of the advantages is that, you know, a lot of people trust Hex and like Hex. So this was like a second chance for a lot of people. However, I do think it's going to take about double the time for T2X to blow. So it took about 90 to 100 days for Hex to really get his jump. I think it's gonna rocket at the latest on day 200. I really think it's gonna be way before that, but I think it's gonna really rock at some point soon. Now, let's talk about some strategies to T2X. Alright, this is a strategy here, man. Buy once and buy real big that one time, and this is involving the AA lobby. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, y'all veterans, we get used to doing things a certain way, but I will let you know this is not the contract that you want to dollar cost average in. Maybe after you do your big hit, then you can dollar cost average in with smaller amounts, but starting stakes is more valuable in Tron than it is for you to wait and dollar cost average in, because every day you wait, you could be missing out on big pots of Tron dividends. So I would not dollar cost average. I will buy big one time, and the T2X that you'll be getting from waiting days is not necessarily guaranteed to bring you that same value. Alright, one thing y'all need to remember is that this is not Hex. Alright, remember that it's different fundamentals or different tokenomics to this platform. And another strategy to T2X, and this is one I think a lot of people are doing anyway, is to make ladder stakes. Alright, what does that mean? So what Muddy Mo did, I took 10 days and broke up an even amount and just spread it over those 10 days. So every day I have a stake ending, and every day that stake ends, all I'm gonna do is make another stake for 10 days on top of it. So every day I'm just starting a 10-day stake. So you get some Tron every day, you get some dividends every single day. Alright, and then one added thing that Muddy Mo does, and this is just a Minnow tip, man. Y'all already know I talk to my Minnows, man. Get y'all whales, man. Y'all over there, man. Stay over there. But my Minnows, man, listen up. In addition to that ladder that you build, another thing that you want to do is have one big stake a month. So I just took a big amount that's probably bigger than what I put in on a daily, and had that be a 30-day stake. Alright, so let that sit, so at least you feel accomplished every month that you get through the platform. You know what I mean? So that's just a strategy. Alright, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Alright, so let's talk about what Muddy Mo likes and doesn't like about T2X. Alright, so let's start off with the dislikes. Alright, so the first thing that Muddy Mo does not like about T2X is that this portal is a mess, bro. It's ugly. It's ugly. It really is. It's slow and it does not load well, man. That is not good. Y'all need to get that together ASAP. Another thing that Muddy Mo doesn't like about T2X is that I don't know what happens on day 3. It's gonna come and what that's gonna look like and how I should structure what I'm doing. So that's a little bit of a headache. Another thing that Muddy Mo doesn't like is that there are no maximum on the amount of T2X tokens that can be minted. I just don't know how to feel about that. Unless y'all just say, you know what, we're not going to no exchanges and make it all in-house, that will make more sense. That's the only way I can see no max tokens even working. That's a different concept, and a lot of people don't see that, but that's weird, man. Y'all need to clear that up. What does that mean, and how does that bowl? Like, what's y'all plans for having no max tokens? So let's talk about what Muddy Mo likes about T2X. Alright, the first and foremost thing that y'all need to understand, man, this is what Muddy Mo likes about it, man, is that this thing has abnormally high Tron dividends. Goodness gracious, this thing is paying, bro. It's paying, bro. If you pour T2X, you got to get in now. You can't wait. Not financial advice or nothing, but for real, get in this, man. The deals are right, and the T2X value could rise over time. So that definitely gets a Muddy Mo bing, because that's fire, man. Dividends is what we're here for. That is dope. Alright, another thing that Muddy Mo likes about T2X is that I think the referral structure helps growth. Now, I think they took a little page out of Hex's book. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say I took everything, but that referral system works. Another thing that Muddy Mo likes about T2X is that they did what the people want. They gave the people what they want. They did. They sure did. Don't hate. We asked y'all not to take it to exchange, and they listen, man. Bravo, man. That definitely gets a Muddy Mo bing, because those that listen to the people gonna win every single time. It just is what it is. And the last thing that Muddy Mo likes about T2X, and I actually love this, is that it's an original contract to Tron. We have not seen this contract on Tron. It's a first mover. Alright, it's first movers, Minnows. We gotta get in on first movers, especially one that is already have proven to have paid out. And for the most part, all of those types of contracts that are first mover for Tron generally worked out pretty well. So I'm just saying, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bing. Right. So you have just experienced Crypto Dap Yap, and today we talked about T2X. Alright, go get y'all some T2X, man. Link is in the description below for your extra 5%. So we started off the video with Muddy Mo. You already know, man, how I do, man. I gotta talk to my Minnows. Minnows, if you love something in crypto, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. Alright. And what I mean by that is Dapp and DeFi contracts. Alright. Then we talked about what is T2X. Alright. T2X, the TRC20 smart contract, which is a proof of staking and a proof of AA smart contract. Alright. Then we just went through the site, showed y'all how to use T2X. Then we jumped over to some tips and some strategies to T2X. And then we finished up with what Muddy Mo likes and doesn't like about T2X. Alright? In crypto, when we play in the long term, it's a vibe. Like it's straight a vibe. And I'm getting a vibe with T2X. Real talk. It is what it is. Alright? Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bing! Alright, so you have just experienced Crypto Dap Yap. Alright? Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe, man. Make sure you hit that bell. Alright? Also, make sure y'all check me out, Muddy Mo World of Crypto, on YouTube, Library, and Telegram. And also check me out on Twitter at Muddy_Mo. Alright? If you're interested in any of these platforms, the link is in the description below. Y'all want to hear more? Check out the next video. Beep!